I'm not the thought, I'm never tired, I am the nameless. I am ageless. You talk a color, gender, creed, you can't define or confine me, there is no language. I am timeless, for I'm free, free, free. I'm free, free, free. I am free, free, free. I am free. There comes a day when days will end, so find the self, let love begin beyond the mindless. Is love and kindness, don't chase the lack or drown in greed, no expectations, no deceit, within lies bounty. Success is empty, for I'm free, free, free. I'm free, free, free. I am free, free, free.
While you divide, I am multiplying, standing and shining while you're running and hiding, frightened and flustered. Let us just come together and love one another. One knows hunger from yonder. When I used to wonder frequently if it be greed we feed, and if we need balance of books and let wisdom lead. Because wisdom is wizardry, vivid as dreams that weave seamlessly interseam to cerebral tapestry visually. All of this, everything, a true meaning of success. No one lost, no one let, all get more, we all get rich. Take time, make time, shake the shackles, change the mind, raise the bar. You're a star, shine light, Ziggy play guitar. No more sleeping, oneness healing. Feel the music and sonic healing machine is unveiling.
I'm the awakening, some call enlightenment. Can't get away from it. I am the you and me, chaos to unity. I am the only thing. I am. No separation now. I am the road within. I am the only thing. I am. Beyond the mind I am, spirit and time I am the love at hand, I am, for I'm free, 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 I'm free, 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 yes, I'm free, 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 I am free. Yes, I'm free, free, free. I'm free, free, free. I'm free, free, free.
I am free. I am healing, revealing, feeling, revealing. Something so deep within, moving forward on 2 feet, feeling free, feeling liberated, amazing, feeling like I escaped from the matrix. Feeling connected, feeling like it's not I, it's we. Sacred geometry, quantum entanglement, this synergy. UNITY, we talking about unity in this community, living in harmony, oh, to be free.
Changes. I feel the changes.
I love that I'm always connected with my family and friends with just one click. Being connected to everyone I know and love on social media is not only a great way for me to keep in touch, but now it's also a benefit when I need to send money. Let me show you how easy it is to send money from Facebook Messenger. I open Facebook Messenger, search for MoneyGram SendBot, and select Send Money. MoneyGram then asks me who from my friends list do I want to send money to. After I log in, I can pick from past receivers or choose to send to someone new. Today, I'll be sending money to my brother. Once I select who I'm sending to, MoneyGram asks me where my receiver is located and where my brother can pick up the money. After I select or enter in my brother's location, I'm asked how much money I would like to send. Once I put the amount I want to send, I pick which currency I would like my brother to pick up in, either in US dollars or Nigerian naira. It then tells me what my foreign exchange rate is and how much my brother will receive in the currency I selected. Next, I just pick how I want to pay for my money transfer, either with my checking account or my credit or debit card. I can select which card I want to use or enter a new card. Today, I'm going to use my debit card that is already stored with MoneyGram. I get a quick overview of my payment information with my current billing address and then click Done. If the billing address is incorrect, I can also click the edit button to input the correct address. And since MoneyGram wants to protect me and my money, they now show me some information to review before sending my money transfer. After reading it, I click Almost Done to move forward. Next, I just need to go over the summary with all the information I provided. Once everything looks right, I click Send Now. That's it! Easy and quick. This is just one way you can send money. Find your way at moneygram.com/myway.
When it came knocking, did you hear it? When it was in front of you, did you see it? Or did you look right through it, completely oblivious to what you had? See, opportunity is a subtle creature, a mystery to the universe, misinterpreted as this obvious treasure calling out to you, when in actuality it's the map. It's the road, it's the courage to move forward. Opportunity is not the moon, the sun, or the stars. It's the staircase that takes you higher. The pieces that come together to comprise your universe. And when that sun comes up, the light sets, your eyes open, you wake up and breathe your first breath. Understand that you are breathing in opportunity. It's not what you look at, it's what you see, and befitting of the message, it's easy to push this away as insignificant or fluff. But let me ask you this. How does one person turn adversity into the very reason they succeed, and another turn that same adversity into a ball and chain? Why do some run toward chaos and others retreat? How can one person transform a loss now into a win later, and another person view that same defeat as the end? Well, the answer's simple, really. Did you seek out the opportunity or did you not? That is the question. And when you strip life down of its complexities, the patterns become apparent. The people who win never ask if it's possible, if it can happen. No, they begin with the premise that it sure can. The question is how? How can I make this a reality? How can I turn the world around me, the events taking place, whether challenging, strenuous, reassuring, or anything in between? How can I position them to lift me up? That is the opportunity. And without that realization, there never will be your pot of gold. Right? It begins in your head and is projected out. They say fake it till you make it. Well, I'll tell you, there's something to that. Because if you never put a dream or a goal or a plan into existence, no matter how small, it simply fails to exist. You have to see your city on the hill when it's just rocks. It's not a waste. It's not stupid. It's not irrational because you know what it can be. They don't, but you do, and that's opportunity. Their wasteland is your future empire. Their free time is your launch pad. Their hopelessness is your reassurance. They see blank space, and you see infinity waiting to be unpacked and expanded. Look, there will be a day when they'll wonder how you did it, how you made what you have a reality. Well, you saw it. You simply saw what could be, and when you see opportunity, your mind, your body, and your life conform. So throw away the ifs and start asking how. In your world, there are no problems. Simply opportunities. In your world, there is no end. Only new beginnings.
Your passion is waiting for your courage to catch up.
Fantastic Radio UK. Your life, your possibilities.
One of the beautiful days that we have is what we have. One of the lovely days that we can ever hope and dream to ever make it work for us is what we have today. It was Marcel Provost, a French novelist, who said, and he says that the real voyage of discovery consists not in the seeking of new landscapes, but it is in having new eyes. The real voyage, the real journey of discovery consists not in seeking new opportunities, but in having new eyes. Good morning to you. As I always do, how are you doing? How
are you keeping? How is life treating you? You are well? I'm glad you are. 15 minutes past 7, and welcome to Fantastic Mornings. My name is Kojo Bonti Amwako, and I really, really want to welcome you to the end of the week, to the weekend. But most of all, welcome you to this Opportunities Friday. What do you see when you are bombarded with challenges? What do you hear when you're going through pain? What is it that you say when everything you are looking for, desiring, working towards hasn't really materialized? What kind of psychology do we develop as we're going through the ups and downs of life? It isn't about the next thing, but it is about how we see and how we define what we are going through. This morning, I will share with you opportunities and how we can spot opportunities. Have you noticed that there are people who, oh, I don't know whether you've come in contact with people like that, but there are people who in my few years on earth I have engaged or encountered who seem to find problems with everything. All right. They have a beautiful way of spotting challenges in everything. And many years ago, I decided I was going to take a back seat and listen to what is really being said. A lot of it, according to me, as much as some people or we as individuals tends to find this space where we can identify every problem on spot, every problem on the block. One, I think is a cry for help. Not help as in rescuing, right? But it's a cry in search for solutions. But I feel and I think it is people's way or ways of saying, I am striving and trying to figure out the solutions, right? I think sometimes, and only sometimes, we consistently find problems or are drawn to the problems or take our eyes off the solutions because, one, it's our psychology. Two, it's the way we even word what we are going through, as in how we define what we're going through. That's one. And two, I also tend to think we label what we are going through differently. And sometimes we mislabel stuff. And it's a human thing because it's an experience that is quite unknown to all of us. And there are other people who, with all the skill and ability and the potency and the sophistication in their thoughts to identify problems, they can also spot opportunities. There are those who can look at a scenario and can quickly nip up what is in there for them to learn and quickly learn a lesson out of it. Which one are you? Are you the problem finder or you are the problem solver? Which one are you? Are you the one who finds the problem and not prescribe a solution to it? Or you are the one who consistently speaks of the problem and never, ever speaks of solutions, opportunities? What can we do to add value to people's lives? This morning, our hashtag for our conversation, 20 minutes past 7, Opportunities Friday. Let's do music. When we come back, share with you what I prepared for you. Once again, thank you for choosing Britain's home of possibilities. Welcome.
The will to win, the desire to succeed, the urge to reach your full potential. These are the keys that will unlock the door to personal excellence. You can today enjoy Fantastic Radio UK via the TuneIn app by searching Fantastic Radio UK.
Uber Eats? One spicy tuna poke bowl, crispy onions, salmon teriyaki salad, veggie gyozas, chicken gyozas, edamame beans, 4 miso soups, sweet and spicy Korean wings, a sleeve of yogurt-coated rice cakes, yeah, sweet chili chicken, gluten-free noodles, nice, 4 lychee and rose bubble teas, yes, 3 ginger kombuchas,
Yes!
and a chocolate matcha brownie. Chocolate matcha brownie. Uber Eats, bring it.
You may not read a play by Oscar Wilde. You may not listen to the music of Tchaikovsky in case its gay quality corrupts you.
I had a few friends which were lesbians, but no one quite like me. I felt like I was the only real feminine lesbian. So
Same.
I did find that very difficult. There was no one for me to like identify with.
It was a case of, I said it, my mum said it, everyone said it. If my grandparents found out, it'd kill them.
My dad, bless him, said to me one day, we don't have a lot of money, but we've got enough to pay for you to go for electrotherapy to have you cured. And I said, I'm not ill. It's not a disease.
I've always had a really good group of friends. And I think their first reaction was, oh, why didn't you tell us earlier?
All our friends knew, all my employers, my employees. And yet there was something missing in that I hadn't told every member of my family, and I hadn't been prepared to talk, as I am now, to the media about being gay.
My mum was okay for about 5 seconds, and then the worry set in.
And I happen to be gay as well, which means she's accepted, but it's just like, oh, the only child, you know?
So it was pretty difficult. We love each other to bits. He calls my partner his favourite son-in-law. So we've gone through a rocky road.
And are you going to be honest throughout your life, or are you going to tell a lie? There's no choice, really. Honesty is always the best policy.
In the end, it's like, oh, my family's okay. Like, even my grandparents have met my ex.
She got down on one knee, and when she did that, my heart, like, it was
So cute. She cried.
It was surreal. I had this overwhelming feeling of like tears that came out. Like I've never had that feeling since.
It'll be really nice when I don't have to say, oh, actually, I don't have a husband.
We're all actually moving in the right direction. I think we've got lots to be cheerful about.
Stonewall stands to me as a symbol of where my life went right all of a sudden.
It's also been done for me, so I've not had to fight for it like all the other generations and stuff have.
If it wasn't for Stonewall, I mean, I wouldn't be allowed to live here.
It gives everyone a voice. I think that's the most important thing.
Actually changed the laws of the country, and in doing that, you change the lives of the people who live here.
We are coming out of the closet faster than you want, but we ain't getting back in it, so get on with it.
It's the Stonewall phrase, like, some people are gay, get over it.
The work now to be done is the other side of the agenda that we identified 25 years ago, that they would be concerned for legal equality, but also for what we call social equality.
So that's what equal rights really does mean to me. It means that we're seen as the same as anybody else, and we should be treated the same.
I'd quite like some of the young people to understand how we've got to where we are and how they need to carry it forward.
So there's more work to be done, and it will continue. It will have to be done. But it does get easier, I think.
I put a spell on you because you're mine. You better stop doing the things you do. I tell you.
Need a quick way to send money? There's a faster way. Send money direct to a bank account fast. MoneyGram, the right way to send money. Download the app and send today.
Am I going to live?
Yes, I think so. Yes.
Can I still work?
Probably.
Could mine make me hurt myself?
So it's an eating disorder?
I think so. There was a point in time where I had to separate my...
Will I ever get better?
Will people stare at me?
Would they say that guy is nuts?
Do you even know what this one is?
No.
Could telling my boss help?
Might it make me feel like a failure?
Would life be a bit easier if I wasn't part of it?
Mental health problems affect 1 in 4 of our customers, of our staff, of everyone.
Anorexia. Wow.
Let's get it out in the open. Lloyds Bank, by your side.
Excellence is to do a common thing in an uncommon way. You can listen to Fantastic Radio UK today on LG Smart TV.
Hey, you're welcome, and thank you for choosing Britain's home of possibilities. 32 minutes past 7. I'm glad you made time in joining us. Thank you very much. And it's Friday. It's Friday. It's Friday. It's Friday. Yesterday was Thursday, and this morning is Friday, the 10th of December, 2021. So we're going to get it sorted. So the technical team is going to get everything sorted. It's Friday, the 10th of December, 2021. And I want you to look into what opportunities staring at you. You have no idea how you can take advantage of the moments that life presents to you, right? You'll be surprised how life throws at us opportunities every day. And the interesting thing is, whilst we journey through this plane and this season of discovery, you'll be surprised how we get surrounded with opportunities every day. Bear in mind, it's Opportunities Friday. Now, Sina, can you please look at that and get the hashtag done for us, please? Thank you. And we get surrounded with all sorts of opportunities that life silently introduces us to. All right. I'll tell you a story whilst watching Pursuit of Happiness. For those of you who have never watched Pursuit of Happiness, I will suggest you look at that. Yeah, it's by Jaden Smith. I nearly said Jada. Jaden Smith and Will Smith. That's the father and the son film. And I have a confession. I have watched that film over 20 times. I've watched that film over and over and over and over. It's one of my best films ever, right? The story really resonates with me. But one day we will delve into it. 35 minutes past 7. But in the film, Pursuit of Happiness, Will Smith and the son had been kicked out of their house, and they were going through their own painful season, very painful season. Will Smith and the son taking a stroll. And the boy was telling the father's story, saying there was a guy who was in a building. And in this building, it started having flood, as in water, coming into the building. And as he moved to there were about 4 floors, right? So he moved to the first floor, the water kept coming in. So the whole place was getting flooded. And slowly the place was getting flooded. So he come in and he stands by the window, and he sees a boat, small boat. And the guy said, listen, this place is getting flooded. Come with me. And let's go, because this thing is going to get flooded. The water is really coming. And the man said, no, I'm not coming. The man said, I'm not coming. I'm not coming anywhere. I'm waiting for a proper boat to come in and get me. Whilst he's in the building, goes to the second floor, the water still comes in. And this chap is still in the building. The place was getting flooded. He goes to the 3rd floor. On the 3rd floor, he sees another boat coming, looked a bit weak and frail and slightly fragile. But the guy said, listen, come. This place is going to get flooded and you're going to die. This man sat there and said, look, your boat looks slightly fragile and weak, and that's not the kind of boat I want to be rescued with. He has a choice. He said, no, I'm not going to go with this boat. It looked a bit fragile and quite weak, and it's not my kind of boat for rescuing. So he left, and the people left, and he left to the 4th floor. Whilst he's on the 4th floor, the whole place was getting flooded. So this guy went into the window waving, and another boat came. And this boat that came did not look that strong again, but it looked packed, right? The first one was smaller. The second one looked slightly frail and weak and fragile, so he didn't want it. This one looked so packed, and people were sticking on the boat, others were sort of leaning on it. And the guy said, listen, even though this boat looks a bit packed and very filled, just come, just jump down. We're here to catch you. All of us will catch you. And this guy sits there on the 4th floor, waiting for a better boat to come to get him off where he was being overtaken by the flood. So they also left. The packed boat left. The smaller one left. The fragile one left. The packed one also left. So this guy is on the 4th floor, and the whole place is flooded now. He gets overtaken by the water, and he crosses over in transition, and he dies. He goes over to see his maker. And when he met the maker, he was so upset. He was so upset when he met his maker. And his maker said, listen, why are you upset with me? Why are you so upset with me? The man looked at his maker and said, listen, you could have rescued me. I stood there, did everything. I shouted, I waved, I did all sorts, and you didn't come in to save me. I was expecting you to come to save me. And the maker looked at him, gazed into his eyes, and said, but I brought you several boats. I brought you several boats. I introduced you to smaller boats. They were too small for you. I even introduced you to another fragile looking boat, and you said it was too fragile. In fact, the last boat that came to get you looked so packed. I was the same person that asked that boat to come to get you, to rescue you, because I wasn't ready to get you here. And you just did not want to go with it because it did not look right. It did not look like that in your mind you have decided you needed to get you off where you were being overtaken by flood. What am I trying to say? And what is the moral lesson in this? We journey through life and we are introduced consistently with opportunities. Consistently, as we page and read through life, we are going to be introduced consistently to opportunities. Opportunities, one definition is an occasion or situation that makes it possible to do something that you want to do or have to do. But this is what I like. He said, or the possibility of doing something. Can I read that again? Okay, let me do that. An occasion or situation that makes it possible to do something that you want to do or have to do. This is Cambridge Dictionary, right? You see, or the possibility of doing something. We are going to see opportunities when, first of all, our worldview is not this myopic way of seeing things. Every one of us, as we go through life, is introduced to opportunities. Our worldview and the way we see determines how we look at opportunities. Now, let me just say this. Opportunity is not just positive. Opportunities can also be negative, right? And I'm not talking of the negatives and taking advantage of people and exploiting people and, being negative. That is not what I'm talking about. I'm talking opportunities that advances our lives, not to the detriment of other people. Yeah, you get it. Okay, cool. But opportunity here, sharing with you something that you want to do and you looking at it, seeing it as a moment, as an occasion that you can take advantage, right, of a unique season. As I explained, or as I was sharing with you in the story, this person was being flooded, was being overtaken, right, by the flood. But in his mind, it did not look that perfect. Right? Because in his mind, it did not look that perfect. It did not look that glamorous. He had decided to define it as something that was not fit for him. Opportunities, one, is not glamorous. Or opportunities are not always glamorous. Sometimes you would have to look at the situation and put on a different spectacle, metaphorically speaking. Right? You would have to take a different look at it and think, okay, it is not what I want, but what can I do with what I have? It is not what I want. Currently, the boat available, right? It's not the kind of boat I want, but I'm prepared to work with this small boat because this boat will take me from point A to point B. It could be a job. Sometimes we would have to do one thing that would lead us to the other. Okay? Because opportunities do not always come packaged the way you and I want it. It doesn't. It doesn't. It doesn't. Because it's a fallacy to think that we are going to just run into things and it's going to come in looking the way we want it. Yes, sometimes we can imagine it and call it into being and also dream of it and visualize it intuitively. It will come to us. But I also feel opportunities, chances can come through occasions. If we don't put ourselves in places, if we don't put ourselves in spaces where we can get to know things and introduce ourselves to new things, how do we spot opportunities? The first thing, what do you see? In an environment when everybody's complaining, my question to you, what do you see? You've lost your job, yes. But what do you see? Do you see yourself as an individual who is unemployed? Or you see yourself as a person who is preparing himself, retooling, recalibrating your thought, upgrading to step into another environment? Or you think, nah, this is it. I know somebody during this COVID season has started 2 businesses. And as we are talking, he's thriving. COVID. The situation wasn't what he wanted. The situation wasn't what he planned. The situation wasn't very convenient, 48 minutes past 7. But he took the chance and felt, what would people need? What are people looking for that I can add to their lives and put value on it and charge for it? What do you see? Is the first question. What do you see? Through what prism do you look at life during a moment or seasons, occasions of uncertainties? I would have to quote the French poet and a French novelist. The real voyage of discovery consists not in seeking new landscapes, but in having new eyes. New eyes comes when our minds, right? Our mental pictures have been enhanced. How we look at life, our worldview. You can't step into opportunities. You can't look at opportunities when you are upset, right? You are upset with the first of all, when you are upset with yourself. When you are upset with yourself and you are upset with other people, you are never going to spot opportunities. But when you are upset with the situation, not other people, not with yourself, but when you are upset with the situation, the occasion, the moment, you ask yourself, what solution can I bring to this? There's a lady I follow on Instagram called Danielle Jervy Hammond. Yes. And about 10 years ago, I was contemplating challenges with business and how things are done. And I went to one of her master classes. And she said, if you don't see solutions, you can't see opportunities. If you don't see solutions, you can't see opportunities. She went on further to say, Danielle Jervy Hammond, she said, money resides in problems. That young lady, man, she said, money resides in problems. If you look around, everything that we make money out of comes from people solving a problem. Everything, literally everything. This mobile phone, somebody decided that we need to have some technology or something that allows us to move on and try something else and be able to speak outside, because people wanted to move out and they needed something that helps them to speak and communicate with other people. This paper came out of wood, right? And somebody felt, what can we do with this to get that? What can we do with the compressing of this wood? Turn them into sheets, cut them into pieces that we can write on. Throughout history, throughout civilization, all people have done is to look at solutions. What do you see? What you see here, how your mind allows you to see, determines how you are able to spot opportunities. It's about having the ability to travel beyond your limitations and ask yourself, what can I do with what I have to get to what I want or where I want to go? Is it to do with relationship? You waiting for the perfect gentleman? Or you waiting for the perfect lady? I discovered there's nothing like that. You would have to work with what comes your way and develop yourself slowly. Okay? I'm learning this as I'm going along, you see. I'm sharing with you what I am learning so that we can all learn together. Listen, there's no perfect gentleman. There's no perfect man. I'm telling you, there's no perfect man. There is a man who you can find opportunities around that you can help develop, empower, and move forward. There are ladies, there is no perfect lady. A word to the Bonte. There's no perfectness there. Because many of us, that's the second thing. What you see, first one, the second one is it is not coming, it doesn't come packaged glamorous. Opportunities are not always packaged in a glamorous garment. The apparel, right? The apparel that opportunities wear are not always glamorous. It doesn't come from this, or it doesn't always appear in some elegant piece of cloth. It doesn't. Sometimes it looks so dirty. Sometimes opportunities looks very, very, very unusual. But the way we see life, the way we see the opportunities will determine how we explore and take that adventure. We will have to start from somewhere. Right? I was listening to the story of the lady that started Starling Bank. And Starling Bank looked at it and felt, there are several unbanked people. There are several people who are out of the fray of commercial banks or retail banks. What can I do with technology? She got few people together and they started. Starling Bank, here we go. You can have a bank account with Starling Bank. That woman has such a fighting spirit. But what I picked up whilst I was listening to her, she said, I looked at it and I saw the problem and I just felt that is an opportunity. There are people who say things like, oh, the problem is. Have you come in contact with people like that? Oh, you see, the problem is. I would admonish and challenge you to listen to them consistently, because what I see is they consistently pour money out. The problem is this won't work. The problem is this wouldn't work. The problem is sometimes this wouldn't work. What they are saying, they are churning out ideas. And if you are smart around them, you can spot it and think, okay, right, what can I solve, or what can I do to solve this problem? Opportunity. What can I do to solve this problem to move things further? Put value on it, and that's it. You're gone. I want to end with this. There's one particular money transfer company. The gentleman comes from Turkey. He had gone to Europe. His father was in Turkey, and he had to send money to his father. And he was wondering, how do I do that? So at the time, this was many, many years ago. So this man decides to go to the post office. At the time, you could send money through. And he did that. And he felt, if I have done that to my father, and my father has received it in peace, and there hasn't been no hassle, it means that I can make money out of this. Here we go. And the man has done it. And today, that business is thriving around the world. If you were curious, check out that business with a yellow and a black logo. Check them out. Next week, we'll be talking about them. But these people who spot opportunities are no special beings. You can also spot your own opportunities. What problem upsets you? What is it that really irks you? What is it that you so want to find solutions to? That you haven't. Because when you find that solution to it, that is it. That's an opportunity there. And opportunities are no further away from us. They are constantly around us. There's always around us. It could be a business, it could be a relationship, it could be a solution. What solution can you bring to the table? Do you realize that every service we see around is an opportunity that has been spotted? Even within the radio industry, what we are doing, I see an opportunity and I'm thinking, okay, right, there is an opportunity here to tell stories, encourage an audience, and be able to add value to their lives. And from there, we can engage, and from there, we can sell. It's an opportunity right there. I've just given you the model, right? So wherever you are, you can find the opportunity. It's not far from you. Right? You see the person going and you thinking, okay, what can I add to this person? It could be you being a tailor. It could be you being a seamstress. It could be you writing. What are the opportunities that you see? Two things I've shared as I wind down. Your mindset, how you see, and opportunities don't come in a glamorous garment. It doesn't always come in an elegant piece. Sometimes it looks not too nice. But based on how you see, how you are able to reflect, take advantage of it, will determine your ability to walk through that door or those doors of opportunities. You have yourself a lovely and a fabulous Friday. Opportunities are always around you, and you go and make your dreams possible. Go every opportunity. It could be on the bus. You could be on the bus and people are talking and it will just click. How do you spot it? I end with this. I'm just going to end with this. You see, with your mind, allow your eyes to see, but you got to be observant. You got to watch your environment. What are the problems around your environment? on the bus, on the train, on the taxi. Check out Uber. Look at the opportunity. Uber just walks in. Look at businesses across the country. Look at the Chinese businesses. They realize, okay, the system is changing. The demographics is changing. People would have to go to work and come back. What can we do? How can we solve a problem? How can we solve a problem of hunger? What problem are you solving? And that problem you are solving, locked in that is the money that you're seeking. Locked in that challenge, locked in that pain, locked in that uncertainty, locked in there, right? It's a gold mine. I wish you all the best. And this weekend, if you are sending money to any part of Africa, any part of the West Indies, any part of the world, it goes over 300 places across the world. MoneyGram allows you to do that. You send your money to MoneyGram on their website. You go to the post office, get the form, fill it. It gets to your loved ones. Go to Tesco, you can do that. Every information how to do that is on their website, www.moneygram.com. It's easy, very simple to do that. Once again, I want to thank you. Want to dearly thank you for your input, your time, and I've enjoyed my time also with you. Do have yourself a fantastic weekend, and I'll be with you coming week. Take care, and bye-bye for now. Bye-bye.
Fantastic Radio UK podcast. Questions, conversations, answers.